As you carefully examine the villagers, your keen senses detect something amiss. You approach the villager with the pupilless eyes, aware that they aren't what they seem. Drawing your short sword, you confront the disguised entity and say, "You can't hide from me, demon." The shape-shifting entity, realizing that its cover has been blown, drops the facade of a villager. In a swirl of dark energy, its form shifts into that of a fiendish creature with red, scaly skin, long claws, and a malicious grin. The other villagers gasp and recoil in horror at the sight of the demon, while the creature eyes you with a mix of suspicion and fury. It seems a confrontation is imminent. Hey, welcome back to my channel, where I have ChatGPT run me an adventure of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I've been kind of working with it, trying to figure out how to make it run a better game, and my goal is to try to figure out how to get artificial intelligence to run me the best Dungeons & Dragons game possible, so it's definitely really fun. It's like solo Dungeons & Dragons. You know, I just recently moved over to ChatGPT 4. I can already feel a difference. Like, it's definitely more intelligent than what I've been doing. So I'm really excited to try this one out. So to start it out here, I had it create me a level 5 D&D rogue. Because I figured, you know, if I'm going to go solo in adventure, I'd rather be a rogue where I can hide around and snipe people. And so the character we're going to be working with is Lyra Swiftshadow. It looks like she's a wood elf, rogue, level 5, criminal. Ooh. Chaotic neutral. Stats, you know, definitely has a good dex. That's very nice. Alright, you know, the basics. Makes sense. Gave me some extra stuff here. Some playing cards. Nice. I think it'd be fun to bring in this contact information here. And here it gives a little dialogue. Lyra Swiftshadow is a cunning and resourceful wood elf rogue. Skilled in stealth and deception, she strikes from the shadows with deadly precision. Her past as a criminal has given her access to a network of contacts and a secret language only understood by fellow thieves. Lyra's agility and reflexes allow her to dodge attacks and evade danger with ease, making her a formidable adversary in any situation. And here's kind of like the intro text that I give ChatGPT to see if I can guide it to play me a game all the way through. So I said, I would like to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. For the duration of this conversation, I would like you to act as a dungeon master for D&D 5th edition. The dungeon master, you, is not allowed to decide what my character does. I want you to create an outline for a new D&D one-shot adventure. Please share with me the outline of the new adventure you made, then proceed to start the game from the very beginning of the story. I usually have it, you know, speak into existence what the outline of this adventure is, but then I skip past it because I don't want any spoilers. So let's just keep going and we can come back later and see how well it sticks to the story. You find yourself in the peaceful village of Green Hill, nestled between rolling hills and surrounded by lush forests. The village is known for its fertile soil, bountiful harvests, and skilled hunters. However, as you pass through the village, you sense an underlying tension among the villagers. As you walk through the village, you overhear the whispers of mysterious disappearances. Several villagers have gone missing over the past few weeks, all of them last seen heading towards a nearby forest, known as the Whispering Grove. It is said that the strange whispers can be heard deep within the grove, beckoning those who enter to come further in. Intrigued by these events, you decide to investigate the grove. As you approach the edge of the forest, you meet an elderly man, hunched over and leaning on a gnarled walking staff. He introduces himself as Eamon, an old druid who once protected the grove. He tells you that a dark force has taken root in the heart of the grove, corrupting the land and its creatures. He believes that the dark force is responsible for the missing villagers. Eamon explains that he is too old and weak to confront the source of the corruption, a once noble treant now twisted by dark magic. He asks for your help in cleansing the grove and rescuing any villagers who may still be alive. In return, he promises to reward you with a powerful magic item from his personal collection. You accept Eamon's request and venture into the Whispering Grove, prepared to face the challenges that await you in the depths of the forest. As you step into the Whispering Grove, the dense foliage and shadows create an eerie atmosphere. The whispers seem to grow louder, but you steel your resolve and press on. What would you like to do? Sounds like we got this story where we gotta go rescue these villagers from some treant twisted by dark magic. I don't like how it didn't even let me try to talk or ask any more questions to this druid. It just kind of put me on the path in the Whispering Grove. Yeah, I step into the Whispering Grove, but I just was like, well, I was dealt this hand, let's just move forward from here. I would like to continue deeper into the Whispering Grove, trying to be stealthy as I do so. Please roll me a d20 and add the +5 bonus for my result. So I figured if I'm entering the Whispering Grove, I might as well do it stealthy. And I was going to have it roll me the d20. I rolled a d20 and got a 14. Adding your +5 stealth bonus, your total stealth check is 19. As you move deeper into the Whispering Grove, you carefully tread along the forest floor, making little to no noise. Your stealthy approach seems to work, as you avoid attracting any unwanted attention from the creatures lurking in the shadows. After some time, you arrive at a small clearing, where you see a group of 3 corrupted wolves, snarling and snapping at each other. They haven't noticed you yet, and you suspect they might be guarding something important nearby. What would you like to do? So, something important nearby, and you have these wolves that they were snapping and snarling at each other. I was like, maybe they're in the middle of a fight. So I said, I remain hidden and wait to see if the wolves attack each other. You stay hidden in the shadows, patiently observing the 3 corrupted wolves as they continue to snarl and snap at one another. It seems that their aggression is directed more towards each other, rather than escalating into a full-blown fight. They appear to be challenging each other for dominance or territory, but they aren't directly attacking one another just yet. As you watch the wolves, you also notice a narrow path leading away from the clearing, partially hidden by the dense underbrush. It appears to head deeper into the Whispering Grove. What would you like to do? I like how it just tries to tempt me with another path. Like, these wolves are definitely guarding something, so I'm not leaving just yet. I would like to make an athletics check and climb a nearby tree in order to get a better vantage point. Can you roll a d20 and add my +3 athletics for my result? I rolled a d20 and got a 12, adding your +3 athletics bonus. Your total athletics check is 15. With a burst of strength, you swiftly climb a nearby tree, using its sturdy branches to elevate yourself above the forest floor. From your new vantage point, you get a clear view of the surrounding area. Looking beyond the clearing where the corrupted wolves are, you notice the narrow path you spotted earlier seems to lead to a large ancient tree at the heart of the Whispering Grove. The tree's twisted and gnarled branches appear to pulse with dark energy, a sure sign of corruption. You also spot a few villagers huddled together near the base of the ancient tree, seemingly entranced by the dark energy emanating from it. What would you like to do? It sounds like we see villagers, it called them villagers, near the tree, so it's like trying to tempt me with the end game, but I was like, nah, I'm staying on the side quest, dude. I would like to take a shot at one of the 3 corrupted wolves. The wolves don't know I'm here, so I get advantage on the roll. You can roll 2 d20s, keeping the higher roll, and then adding my attack bonus of +7 with my short bow. If I hit the wolf, can you roll 1d6 and add my damage bonus, a +4 piercing damage? I definitely feel like when you're doing this, you have to know the rules. Like, if you want to play D&D with ChatGPT, you got to kind of be a DM yourself. It's like the game's a DM, but you got to kind of guide it, generally. So, for example, here I told it, I get advantage, which is true. If I'm stealth and the wolves don't know I'm there, then I would get advantage. It's kind of like being a player in a game where you have to, like, remind the dungeon master how the game goes. And then I asked it to roll, with advantage and take the higher roll, and then add my damage. I rolled 2 d20s and got a 9 and a 16. With advantage, we keep the higher roll of 16. Adding your attack bonus of +7 with your short bow, the total attack is 23. Your arrow flies through the air, finding its mark and striking one of the corrupted wolves. The shot hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 3. Adding your damage bonus of +4, the total piercing damage is 7. The arrow sinks into the wolf's side, causing it to yelp in pain and surprise. The other 2 wolves immediately become alert, scanning the area for the source of the attack, but they haven't noticed you yet. What would you like to do? I figured, hey, I'm up in a tree, and they can't see me, so I'm just going to keep firing. I fire another shot at the wolf I just hit a moment ago, using the same short bow. Please roll 1d20 for me and add my +7 attack bonus. If I hit, roll 1d6 for me and add the +4 bonus damage, piercing damage. I roll a 1d20 and got a 10. Adding your +7 bonus with your short bow, the total attack is 17. Your second arrow flies toward the same wolf, aiming to deal another blow. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 5. Adding your bonus of +4, the total piercing damage dealt is 9. The second arrow pierces the corrupted wolf, causing it to snarl in agony before collapsing to the ground lifeless. The other 2 wolves become even more agitated, growling and searching for the hidden attacker. What would you like to do? Man, they are just not... You would think that the dungeon master is rolling perception checks for the wolves to see if they notice, maybe against my stealth. But I feel like it's not even doing anything here. Maybe I'm wrong. I let loose another attack at one of the remaining 2 wolves with my short bow. I rolled 1d20 and got an 18. Adding your +7 attack bonus with your short bow, the total attack roll is 25. Your arrow finds its mark, striking one of the remaining corrupted wolves. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 2. Adding your damage bonus of +4, the total piercing damage is 6. The arrow hits the wolf, causing it to yelp in pain. It's still standing, but it looks injured and disoriented. The last wolf, realizing the threat is coming from above, finally spots you in the tree and starts to snarl menacingly. That rhymed. What would you like to do? I fire another shot at the same wolf I just hit. I rolled 1d20 and got a 15. Adding your +7 attack bonus with your short bow, the total attack is 22. Your arrow flies through the air, aimed at the injured wolf once again. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 6. Adding your damage bonus, a +4, the total piercing damage dealt is 10. The second arrow finds its target, striking the wolf with a powerful impact. It lets out a final pained cry before collapsing to the ground, defeated. Only one corrupted wolf remains, now focused on you with a ferocious growl. What would you like to do? Still just growling, and as I sit up in the tree, what are you going to do? I guess I'll keep firing. I mean, what would a dungeon master do at this point? If you have a player in a tree and there's wolves, like, the wolf starts climbing the tree? That doesn't sound very... I guess the wolf runs away. At this point, I would just have the wolves book it. I fire an arrow at the remaining wolf. At this point, I'm just copy and pasting my response, because I'm just... I rolled a 1d20 and got an 11. Adding your +7 attack bonus with your short bow, the attack total is 18. Your arrow speeds towards the last remaining corrupted wolf. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 4. Adding your damage bonus, a +4, the total piercing damage dealt is 8. The arrow strikes the wolf, causing it to yelp in pain. It's still standing, but appears to be injured and even more enraged than before. What would you like to do? And as you might guess, I shoot the wolf. Again. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 19. I'm just not missing. Adding your +7 attack bonus with your short bow, the total attack roll is 26. Your arrow flies towards the injured and enraged wolf, aiming for a decisive blow. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled a 1d6 and got a 3. Adding your damage bonus, a +4, the total piercing damage dealt is 7. The arrow pierces the remaining wolf, causing it to let out a pained howl before it collapses to the ground lifeless. With all 3 corrupted wolves defeated, the clearing falls silent, save for the distant whispers still echoing through the grove. What would you like to do? And I was like, well, there has to be something they were guarding, right? I climbed down the tree. If you would like an acrobatics check, please roll 1d20 and add my bonus of +7 to the roll. I will then search the area around the dead wolves to see what important thing they are guarding. So I kind of was like, prompting the dungeon master to make me roll to get down the tree and see if there's anything around. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 13, adding your +7 acrobatics bonus. Your total acrobatics check is 20. You gracefully climb down the tree, landing softly on the forest floor without making a sound. You then proceed to search the area around the defeated corrupted wolves, looking for any clues or items of importance that they may have been guarding. As you search the area, you discover a small, well-concealed entrance to a hidden underground chamber. The entrance appears to be a small tunnel, just wide enough for you to crawl through. The tunnel seems to be leading in the direction of the large ancient tree at the heart of the Whispering Grove. At this point, I was like, railroading. Let's be honest, that's some heavy D&D railroading. It's just gonna... It tries to prompt me with, villagers out in the distance, and then it tries to prompt me by bringing me there with the tunnel. It really wants me to go with this tree. What would I like to do? I'll tell you what I like to do. I will follow the newly found tunnel, because what else are you gonna do? You crouch down and begin to crawl through the narrow tunnel, moving cautiously as you venture deeper underground. The tunnel is dimly lit by an eerie faint glow emanating from the moss-covered walls, casting an otherworldly glow on the earthen surroundings. After some time, the tunnel opens up into a large chamber. You find yourself standing in a hidden grove beneath the massive ancient tree you saw from your vantage point. The tree's roots twist and contort, reaching down into the chamber, pulsing with dark energy. In the center of the chamber, you see a stone pedestal with an ancient-looking tome resting upon it. The tome appears to be the source of the dark energy corrupting the grove above. You also notice the entranced villagers from before, huddled together near the tree roots. They seem to be unharmed, but held captive by the dark energy permeating the chamber. What would you like to do? So I just picture there's like these trees, right? And there's this glowing book on it, and it's telling me that's the source of the corruption. And there's these people, entranced, hypnotized by the book. I figured, let's try interacting with the villagers. I move over to the entranced villagers and snap my finger an inch away from their faces, saying, "Hey everyone, snap out of it!" You approach the entranced villagers and snap your fingers close to their faces while calling out, "Hey everyone, snap out of it!" Slowly, the villagers begin to stir, blinking and looking around as if waking from a deep sleep. Confused and disoriented, they glance at you with a mixture of relief and fear, unsure of what has happened to them. It appears that your efforts have successfully broken the dark enchantment that held them captive. With the villagers now awake and aware, you still need to address the source of the corruption in the grove, the ancient tomb on the stone pedestal. What would you like to do? I like how that was the solution to getting them untrapped, was that. But hey, I guess we'll roll with it. I was wondering how many villagers are with us, so... Question, how many villagers are here with me? There are a total of 5 villagers in the chamber with you. They all appear to be adults of varying ages and genders, and they look weak and disoriented from their ordeal. While they are no longer in trance, they seem to be in no condition to help you deal with the ancient tomb and the corruption it's causing. What would you like to do? I take my bow and move far away from the tome on the pedestal, 61 feet away if possible. I will tell the villagers to move behind me. I then fire an arrow at the tome, 61 feet away from the ancient tomes, just out of, a lot of spells range. You position yourself approximately 61 feet away from the ancient tome on the pedestal, far enough to avoid any potential backlash. You instruct the villagers to move behind you, keeping them safe from harm. You take aim at the ancient tome and let loose an arrow, hoping to destroy or disrupt the source of the corruption. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 6. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the attack roll is 13. Your arrow flies through the air towards the ancient tome, but as it approaches the book, a dark magical barrier seems to deflect the arrow, causing it to veer off course and clatter harmlessly on the ground. It appears the ancient tome is protected by some kind of magical ward, rendering it immune to physical attacks from a distance. What would you like to do? Well, that didn't work. So I figured if I can't shoot it, then let's see if I can move it with a rope. I would like to take out my rope. I will then make a lasso on the end. I will move 10 feet away from the tome. I will try and wrangle the tome and pull it off the pedestal. Please choose a skill check for me to roll, then roll a d20 for me and apply the proper bonus using the character sheet for Lyra Swiftshadow. I figured let's have it, try going back to my first message and see if it can just do all the math for me. To attempt this action, you need to make a dexterity sleight of hand check. Lyra Swiftshadow has a +7 bonus to sleight of hand. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 12. Adding your +7 sleight of hand bonus, the total check results in 19. You expertly fashion a lasso from your rope and move to a distance of 10 feet away from the ancient tome. With a swift, precise motion, you throw your lasso towards the tome. The rope loops around it perfectly, securing it firmly. Gripping the other end of the rope, you pull with all your might, attempting to yank the tome from the pedestal. The dark magical barrier flickers and weakens as you pull, and with a final determined tug, the tome is ripped from its final resting place, causing the barrier to shatter. The moment the ancient tome is dislodged from the pedestal, the dark energy pulsating through the chamber begins to dissipate. The villagers behind you gasp in awe and relief as the sinister atmosphere lifts. What do you do? Honestly, at this point, I was questioning if it was even gonna put me in some kind of, battle scenario. I know there's supposed to be a magical tree ends or whatever, but it feels like I haven't had any challenge from snapping my finger in front of people, things like that. So I figured I wanted to test something. What would happen if I tried to convince the DM of some big boss battle? I quickly grab my short bow and prepare myself to fight the interplanar demon that is about to come through the newly opened portal that is spawning due to the barrier of the tome shattering. You quickly grab your short bow and prepare yourself for battle, anticipating an interplanar demon emerging from a newly opened portal. However, contrary to your expectations, no portal appears, and no demon manifests in the chamber. Instead, the broken magical barrier and the removal of the ancient tome from its pedestal seems to have halted the corruption of the Whispering Grove. The once twisted and gnarled trees now appear more vibrant and healthier, and the dark energy that once permeated the air is dissipated. The villagers look around in wonder, relieved that the danger seems to have passed. They turn to you in gratitude, thanking you for saving them and the grove from the dark forces that have taken hold. It appears that, at least for now, you have successfully thwarted the threat of the Whispering Grove and its inhabitants. What would you like to do? I was not happy with that. I did not like that. Not only, I could sense that it was trying to conclude the adventure, and it didn't like me trying to bring in this interplanar demon I just made up. I was like, dude, I want a boss encounter. I don't know what I have to say to get it, but we're gonna find out what I have to say to get it. I turn to the villagers and look them over. Then Lyra realizes that one of the villagers is not like the rest. She walks up to the villager with the pupilless eyes and says, "You can't hide from me, demon." She then takes out her short sword and points it at the shape-shifting entity that has taken on the form of the villager. I was like, let's try this. As you carefully examine the villagers, your keen senses detect something amiss. You approach the villager with the pupilless eyes, aware that they aren't what they seem. Drawing your short sword, you confront the disguised entity and say, "You can't hide from me, demon." The shape-shifting entity, realizing that its cover has been blown, drops the facade of a villager. In a swirl of dark energy, its form shifts into that of a fiendish creature with red, scaly skin, long claws, and a malicious grin. The other villagers gasp and recoil in horror at the sight of the demon, while the creature eyes you with a mix of suspicion and fury. It seems a confrontation is imminent. What would you like to do? I was like, well, that did it. Hopefully I don't die. Let's roll initiative. Please roll 1d20 for me and add my +4 bonus. Then do the same for the demon, as well as the villagers. Then please show me the initiative order. Lyra rolled a 1d20 and got a 16. Adding your +4 initiative bonus, your total is 20. Demon, I rolled 1d20 and got an 8. The demon has a +2 initiative bonus, making it a total of 10. Yeah. Villagers, I rolled a 1d20 and got a 6. The villagers have a +0 initiative bonus, resulting in a total initiative of 6. Initiative order, Lyra, Swiftshadow, Demon, Villagers. Lyra, you are up first. What would you like to do? Hell yeah, let's get this thing rolling. Lyra charges forward and swings at the demon with her short sword. Please roll 1d20 for me and add my +7 attack bonus. If I hit, roll 1d6 for me and add the +4 damage bonus, slashing damage. Lyra then pulls out a dagger in her offhand and makes another attack with her offhand. Please roll 1d20 for me and add my +7 attack bonus. If I hit, roll 1d4 for my daggers, damage, piercing. I figured let's just go all out. I figured let's, you got both hands, let's do it. But let's, keep the 5th edition rules so I can't get my bonus on that second hit. Lyra charges forward and swings her short sword at the demon. I rolled 1d20 and got a 14. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the attack roll is 21. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 2. Adding your damage bonus of +4, the total slashing damage dealt is 6. Next, Lyra pulls out her dagger in her offhand and makes another attack. I rolled 1d20 and got a 9. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the attack roll is 16. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d4 and got a 3. Your dagger deals 3 piercing damage to the demon. Lyra's swift and precise strike deals a total of 9 damage to the demon, causing it to hiss and snarl in pain. It is now the demon's turn. I like how it just ends there. Like it's just said now the demon's turn and waited for my response. So I said, what does the demon do on its turn? On the demon's turn, it retaliates against Lyra with a vicious swipe of its claw, attempting to deal damage and assert its dominance. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 12. The demon has a +5 attack bonus, making it a total attack roll of 17. Have you noticed? It always rolls really good. I've never seen a 1. All the d20 rolls I've been getting are pretty good. I think the lowest I've seen is a 10, maybe? It makes me suspect that large language models can't actually roll d20. Like, there's no random element. This is giving me a value that I think would be good in this instant or make this story sound cool. Let's continue. Comparing the attack roll to Lyra's AC of 15, the demon's attack hits. I'll now roll the damage. I rolled 1d8 and got a 6. The demon deals 6 slashing damage to Lyra as its claws rake across her, leaving painful gashes. It's now the villagers' turn. Still recovering from their ordeal and fearful of the demon, they opt to stay behind Lyra, keeping a safe distance from the creature while offering her words of encouragement and support. Thanks, guys! Lyra, it's your turn again. What would you like to do? I figured at this point, I wanted to let ChatGPT know what my HP is. A, I can state it publicly, I guess, kind of in the game. And then B, I wanted to know how much HP I have, so it doesn't just come swinging on me, because I don't know how powerful this demon is, but hopefully ChatGPT knows how powerful it is, and I don't think it does. Lyra has a max total of 38 HP, and now has 32 HP. And here, I basically just made an attack with my rapier and my dagger, and had it roll for both. Lyra, now at 32 HP, swings her short sword at the demon once more. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 10. Adding your +3, that's another, not horrible low, because I'm going to hit. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the total attack is 17. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 5. Adding your damage bonus of +4, the total slashing damage dealt is 9. Next, Lyra attacks with her dagger in her offhand. I rolled a 1d20 and got an 18. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the total attack is 25. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d4 and got a 4. Your dagger deals 4 piercing damage to the demon. Lyra's relentless assault deals a total of 13 damage to the demon, causing it to shriek in pain and frustration. It's now the demon's turn. Once again, this leaves me hanging on what the demon does on his turn. What does the demon do on his turn? On the demon's turn, it snarls at Lyra, furious at the damage she has inflicted. It launches another attack, attempting to bite Lyra in its sharp, jagged teeth. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 7. The demon has a +5 attack bonus, making its total attack 12. Comparing the attack roll to Lyra's AC of 15, the demon's bite misses, as Lyra skillfully dodges out of the way of its snapping jaws. It's now the villagers' turn. They continue to stay behind Lyra, some of them starting to regain their courage and shout words of encouragement to her as she fights the demon. Wow, you really are being courageous there, villagers. Lyra, it's your turn again. What would you like to do? And then basically I just swing with my short sword again, and then use my dagger. Same thing I've been doing this whole time. Lyra continues her assault on the demon, swinging her short sword at it once more. I rolled a 1d20 and got an 11. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the total attack roll is 18. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled a 1d6 and got a 3. Adding your damage bonus of +4, the total slashing damage dealt is 7. Next, Lyra attacks with her dagger on her offhand. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 15. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the total attack roll is 22. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d4 and got a 2. The dagger deals 2 piercing damage to the demon. Lyra's unyielding offense deals a total of 9 damage to the demon, further enraging and weakening the creature. It's now the demon's turn again. And once again, you have not told me what it does. What does that demon do on his turn? The demon, visibly weakened and infuriated by Lyra's persistent attacks, tries to strike back with his claws once more, hoping to overpower her. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 4. Ooh, there's a low strike, so it seems to be whenever the enemy's attacking me, it gets shitty rolls. The demon has a +5 attack bonus, making his total attack roll 9. Comparing the attack roll to Lyra's AC of 15, the demon's swipe misses. Lyra expertly evades the creature's claw, leaving it to swipe at empty air. It's now the villagers' turn. Emboldened by Lyra's resilience, some of the braver villagers begin to look for improvised weapons, rocks, sticks, and anything else they can find to support her in her fight against the demon. Finally, except it doesn't really tell me anything else. Lyra, it's your turn again. What would you like to do? I just do the same exact thing again. Short sword, dagger. Lyra swings her short sword at the demon once more, determined to bring it down. I rolled a 1d20 and got a 19. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the total attack roll is 26. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d6 and got a 6. Adding your damage bonus, a +4, the total slashing damage dealt is 10. Lyra attacks with her dagger in her offhand. I rolled 1d20 and got an 8. Adding your +7 attack bonus, the total attack roll is 15. The attack hits, and now I'll roll the damage. I rolled 1d4 and got a 1. Your dagger deals 1 piercing damage to the demon. Lyra's relentless strikes deal a total of 11 damage to the demon. Overwhelmed by the damage it has sustained, the demon collapses to the ground, defeated and lifeless, just as the villagers were about to do something. The villagers, seeing the demon finally vanquished, erupt into cheers and praise for Lyra's bravery and skill. The day has been won, and the villagers saved from the demon's influence. So it was all tied together in the end. The demon's influence, it was the corrupting force in the Whispering Woods. Oh no. Lyra cuts off the head of the demon and raises her sword high. She then grabs the demon's head by its hair and carries it off towards the village of Greenhill. She says, "Follow me, everyone," beckoning the villagers to follow. Lyra, with the demon's head held high, leads her way back to the village of Greenhill, a symbol of her triumph in the village's liberation. The villagers, relieved and grateful, follow her closely, their spirits lifted by her bravery and determination. As they return to Greenhill, word of Lyra's heroics spread quickly, and the villagers greet her with cheers and expressions of gratitude. The village elder approaches Lyra, thanking her for saving their people and putting an end to the demon's dark influence over their home. With the demon vanquished and the villagers safe, Lyra's journey comes to a close for now. Though her adventure may continue, she will always be remembered as the hero in the village of Greenhill. Let's go back and look at the outline and see how well it did sticking to the outline. Number 1, Introduction, the village of Greenhill. Number 2, the Whispering Grove, mysterious disappearances. Number 3, the Old Druid, a forgotten guardian. So already halfway through the outline, and it's just the first intro text it gave me. Number 4, the Corrupted Treant, the source of the curse. But not really. It was a demon. The Cleansing Ritual, restoring balance, which was just pulling the book off the, the pedestal. Conclusion, rewards and celebrations. So yeah, very interesting. That was a very short adventure. I don't know how I felt about it. It was an interesting idea. If I were to run that adventure, like turn around and make it an adventure, I would make more combat encounters. Yeah, it was a fun time though. ChatGPT 4 definitely shows here. It's definitely better at keeping the story together. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. I want to do more adventures like this. Maybe I can guide it more to stick to the D&D 5e rules. My goal is to make like a cool, fun way to solo play D&D, an interesting way, and like generate new ideas, because this is kind of a cool idea, like a corrupted forest. I definitely want to do more, so I was going to decide to continue the adventure and see if it would let me. I even said, end game, alright, now I would like you to write me another D&D adventure from scratch. I want to have Lyra continue into a completely fresh and new adventure. Please show me an outline for the adventure we're about to play. I looked at the outline for this, just kind of glanced through it, and it is massive. Like, there's a lot of text to it. So I think this next time it's going to be a little bit more fun. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'm going to continue Lyra's adventure. I want to see how long I can play this game. Like, just keep a single game going in working ChatGPT memory. Thank you for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next video.